everyone, it's Samantha from Scrapmaster's Paradise, and today I'm going to share with you one of my first Swirly Do projects. This Swirly Do stamp set comes on a sheet like this, and it's got great big sentiments, and you can combine them with the smaller sentiments and stick them in the giant Swirly Do shape. And if you remember, I've got a similar stamp set, Swirly Do Valentine's. It's hard to see with them next to each other. This one has a much smaller little Swirly Do shape with the little swirly on the top. And this one has a much bigger one. It measures 4 inches across, and it's going to be perfect for making square cards or perfect for regular cards because it's so large. So today I'm going to show you my little project, and what I did with the Swirly Do is I stamped it in brown, but in order to get it positioned exactly where I wanted it, even though it was clear and I lined it up, when I squished it down I wasn't getting a straight image. See, I was getting a little bit crooked even when I was trying to be really careful. So I went ahead and used a Stamp-O-Ma-Jig to get my positioning right. If you've never seen a Stamp-O-Ma-Jig, it looks like this, and I'm pretty sure I have a tutorial on my blog under tutorials for how to use the Stamp-O-Ma-Jig. So that tool comes in handy even with clear stamps. So I stamped that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a really pretty background around here, but I don't want it in here where I'm going to put the sentiment. So I'm going to grab some Post-it notes. I've just got my stack of Post-it notes here. I'm going to just lay it down so I don't have anything going into my sentiment area. Covers up that space. Okay, and I've got lots of background stamps to choose from. I think I'm going to use the diamond background. So I've got this very large block for my diamond background. Scoot that out of the way and ink this up. And I'm going to do a tone on tone, so I'm going to use a yellow ink to match. When I'm inking up these bigger stamps, usually I just tap like this, but for the bigger stamps, I kind of rub it first. Make sure I'm getting everything inked up, and then I tap. I just wanted you guys to see my little technique here. Okay, let's bring this back down, and the stamp, you'll see it's not a repeatable pattern because right here the diamond's cut off, but at the top the diamonds are perfect, so I'm going to stamp it so that I can re-stamp again. Pressing, pressing. So now I'm left with the tips up at the top, and then I can turn this stamp over and repeat a little bit more, and that gives you more mileage out of this stamp. That's my little trick for this diamond background. So then you can have a bigger pattern, even though this one's not really repeatable all the way. Let's see, let's line it up. There you go. Lined it up. Okay, we did the pattern on the top part. Now I'm going to do the pattern on the bottom part too. So I'm just moving my Post-it notes. Oops, crooked. Okay. And I just got to ink this up one more time. It doesn't matter where because I don't have to repeat this one again. Let's see how it looks. Beautiful! I love how subtle it is because I used the same ink for the cardstock. So I have yellow cardstock, yellow ink, and it gives you that really subtle tone-on-tone effect. Now let's just go ahead and finish this card. I've got to clean my swirly stamp here real quick. And I can put it away and grab a sentiment. I'm going to be stamping the sentiment in brown to match. So it's got a lot of sentiments. We'll flip it over to see. It says, "Thank you so much. With love always. Happy birthday," for the big sentiments. The little ones say, "A year older and a year better," or "Forever and ever." "You totally rock." "You make my life sweeter." It says, "For being an amazing friend," so you can match that with the "thank you so much." And then the last one says, "Let's get this party started." That one goes really good with the birthday one. So I think I'm going to make a birthday card and combine this with "a year older and a year better." You can hear my birds singing, and I don't know, it's chore day, so I've got the dishwasher running and the washing machine's running, the dryer's running, and I've got food simmering, so you probably can hear a bunch of noise. Let's see, I got ink on the block, so I'm just rubbing it off. Happy birthday. I'm going to stamp it in the middle. It's not exactly straight, I can tell, but close enough. Then I want the next part of it. I could leave it just like that and it would be beautiful. I've also got another sentiment, and let me scoot this out of the way and show you guys. For these longer sentiments, clear stamps kind of wiggle around, and that's great if you want to curve around, but sometimes when you want it straight, it gets a little bit crooked. So I use my grid and just line it up, and then use my block to capture it, and then it's straight. Now I'm going to turn this because I'm actually on the side of the camera, and it's hard for me to line things up. I turned it just a little bit. Let's finish building the card. I've got to grab some adhesive and my layers. Okay, so this is just going to be a simple 3-layer card. I've got the layer I was just stamping, and then I've also got some wood grain pattern paper from the So Happy Together collection kit. This was part of the June SP monthly kit. I just cut it into a 4.5-inch square, and then I've got a 5.5-inch square. On my brown cardstock, I just stamped it with the large polka dot stamp in matching brown ink. And this is just a 5.5 cut along an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And then I just folded it in half, and I was left with a 5.5-inch card. The layer I was using is 4 inches square. And let's just assemble the pieces. I'll start with this piece. You can see my mess up on the back, but that's one great thing about papers. You always can flip it over and redo it. Let's line this up. Okay, next layer. Okay, this is the next layer here. Just going to attach it. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.